Yes, everybody, Russ and the West End Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends, and a happy Saturday to you. It's match day morning, and it's live as West Ham take on Brentford at the London Stadium, 3 o'clock kickoff. As per usual, for our new fans, our new subscribers, welcome. What we like to do a few hours before the game is sort of get to the ground, really, and give you guys some idea of what it's like at the ground today. To be honest, it's not there's not a lot of people here, but just to get your views and talk about what's coming up in terms of the game, in terms of what we think is going to happen, and all that good stuff. I'm just checking something quickly. Sorry. Bear with. Just checking something quickly to make sure everyone's all right. Yeah, I think we're okay. Sorry about that, peeps. Sorry about that. Hello, I'm back. I am back. Don't worry, people. As I said, I hope everybody's safe and well. Let me know what you think about today. Your comments, your views, your opinions, all that good stuff, because it's good to know what you guys are thinking ahead of the game. Because it's, I think it's a crucial game for us today. I really do. There's plenty at stake in terms of just staying away from that area in terms of the relegation area. I don't want to say the R word, but sometimes we're just a little bit unsure in terms of particularly with the likes of Everton, who seem to have made a bit of a run recently, which they would have done under David Moyes naturally anyway, in my opinion. But yeah, no, I'm just a bit sort of not nervous as such, but just sitting here thinking, yeah, maybe, just need a little bit of a kickstart. Am I showing that on there? I don't know if I am. Anyway, sorry. I'm just trying to see whether I'm on YouTube as well. Never just a quick check. Sorry about this, peeps. Let me just check this. Am I recording? Oh God, why is it going to? Don't know what's going on today, people. Let me just see. Let me just make sure we're on YouTube as well. I know we're on. I can't see on this bloody thing. It's really annoying. Let me get it on the iPad and make sure we're all okay. Ironically, I'm here at the at the 1965 statue as well. Obviously, so the cup statue. And obviously here we know obviously on Thursday we lost a great man in terms of Ronnie Boyce with the club. Will be doing a tribute pre-match as well. So make sure if you are going to the game, you get here so you can pay your respects. Why is that not coming up? Let me just check that. It is public. Those changes. No idea. Something weird's going on with YouTube. But anyway, have I got any? Let's see if we've got any comments coming through. If not coming through on my thing. Let me just quickly do this. And they say men can't multitask. Unbelievable. Now I'm just going to make sure that I mute myself. Otherwise, it's not going to cancel that. Join without enter. Let me just do this at the same time. No, comments aren't coming through. How weird. Something weird with YouTube today, it seems. Anyway, does it matter? We carry on regardless. Obviously, we welcome Brentford here. Brentford are no mugs, they're a good side. We've done the stats attack this morning, and yeah, you've got Brian Mbeumo's 14 goals. We've got the likes of Damsgaard. Damsgaard's got 9 assists this season already. One of the top assisters in the Premier League. They're no mugs. And obviously, we welcome back a few of our players as well. Obviously, the likes of Paqueta, Alvarez. We welcome Evan Ferguson to the side as well, or to the squad. I would assume he wouldn't start, just in terms of what Potter was saying, in terms of Evan, and also speaking quite glowingly about playing Paqueta in the false nine situation. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Evan on the bench. Welcome back, Jamie Pay to the squad as well. And just mention about Ronnie Boyce here. You see, his name. Can you see it there? His name there. One of the players that was involved in winning the Cup Winners' Cup in 1960s. And as I said, there'll be a special tribute to him pre-match as well. So if you are going to the game, please make sure that you sort of obviously pay your respects. As I know, West Ham fans always do. To be honest, they always do when it's one of their own. We did a little minute silence at the under-21 game on Friday nights. I think it's fair to say, with the likes of Paqueta and Tolabo returning to the squad, I think you won't see Lewis or Casey on the bench tonight or this afternoon. They played 90 minutes yesterday. Kalen was captain. Lewis scored, and Lewis, to be honest, was one of the best games I've seen Lewis play for Met for a while. Really commanding, as the under-21s won 5 PL2 games in a row, which was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic for them. But yeah, we've got obviously Brentford here. Almost with the exception of Somerville, Volkru, and Antonio, a fit squad. As we said before, Potter's got options which he hasn't really had, in all honesty, since he's joined, which is great, and which is what we want. We want options. We want to be able to have people competing for places in the squad, and also competing for places kind of in their, for the summer, really. You think about it, we've got, in essence, the longest pre-season, really, not really much to play for. A couple of wins to secure Premier League survival in terms of points, but I just think, the likes of Alvarez, you've got to assume that Freddie Potts will be back in the summer. The club did a really good video of his about his time at Portsmouth, so you would assume those things are happening. And they wouldn't have invested that type of money in Freddie's video if they wouldn't think he was coming back. He's had a great time on loan at Portsmouth following his successful loan at Wickham. So you imagine he'll be back. George Erty possibly come back as well, maybe go out on loan again. He hasn't really worked his loan deal, I think. There's still a few games left, but it hasn't really worked, I don't think, necessarily. So some of these players are going to be playing for their place in the squad next year. You've got to think. We mentioned yesterday, Potter not particularly interested in Mavropanos, with Adam Webster, the Brighton defender, being heavily linked with coming to West Ham. So someone like Mav, if he plays a good few performances, whether he plays is the next thing. I think it was the other week. The last game, he had Mavropanos on the bench and would prefer to go with Soufal as the right-sided centre-back over Mavropanos, which to me sort of showed how he's not favoured. I think realistically, you're looking at these next sort of 14 games, something like that left. Seeing what's what, seeing what needs to be done, who needs to go, who needs to come in, what we can do, and hopefully, I think after the international break, the assumption is Somerville will be back for them. Then we can necessarily see how that works. We can see how Somerville and a fully fit squad, with the exception of Antonio and Volkru, worked under Potter. And I'm really excited for that. That's really exciting for me because I just think there's loads of. I'm excited to be here today. And again, I don't think for many West Ham fans we've had that. We've had a level of excitement and anticipation. And the results, we've got picked up a win and a draw under Potter, and the rest have been defeats. But even in those defeats, we've seen more than we probably did in victories under Lopetegui. And that's encouraging. We're seeing patterns of play, we're seeing ball, we're seeing movement, we're seeing players being utilised in their right positions as well. Obviously, he's had a bit of jiggy pokey stuff that's happened recently, but now very much a different setup now. We've got the players available now, so I would assume that we'll start seeing some really good team lineups and stuff. Whether that, in terms of how that works tonight, I don't know. Again, I think we'll have to wait and see. Possibly being very cagey in terms of the availability of Jean-Claire, in terms of the potential for Ferguson to start, the potential of how he utilises JWP, that type of thing. So I'm pretty sure we'll see whether, because we always got the other Moyes, didn't we? Sort of the smoke and mirrors approach. But I've got a feeling that Potter's a bit more of a straight shooter, in all honesty. But it'll be interesting to see how it works, particularly with Ferguson. As I said, I would assume he doesn't start and comes on with 30 minutes to go. That would make more sense than bringing him on fresh or against a fresh side. And then we can hopefully see what he can bring to the table, because it'd be interesting to see. The first time in a long time we've had, well, I suppose you could say that with Fulkrug was a similar type of player, but you've got, I liken Evan Ferguson to like a modern John Hartson. He's that type of player. He's big. He's a bit of a bruiser. He's not going to sprint past you. He's got techers. He's got it in his locker. But I think it'd be interesting to see how someone like Kudus plays off him as well. I think Kudus has struggled without a number 9. Even last year when he had a good season, he had Antonio there to play off, to work off, and to command defenders. And I don't think he's had that. I think that's why we've seen a below par Mohamed Kudus this season. For me, he just doesn't seem to. He hasn't seemed to hit the ground running as he did last season. And I think partly might have been under Lopetegui. He didn't like it. He's been asked to do more defensive work. He was obviously stuck on the left-hand side a lot. But I just think having someone like a focal point, an Evan Ferguson, takes defenders away. So hopefully they'll open up space for someone like Mohamed to make a big impact. And we need a big impact from him, particularly today. As I said, Brentford typically, they weren't picking up points away from home, but obviously they were playing West Ham, so they started picking up points. So we come to play a very good Brentford side. Potter was very complimentary about him in terms of Thomas Frank during the press conference, and I just think there's so much. There's so much they can offer. They are a dangerous side if you don't play them right. I think we'll have the start of the 11 show a little bit later on. I put a few different alternatives together based on whether I think Evan will start, whether I think Jean-Claire's available. There's lots of moving parts now, which is exciting, because if we don't necessarily know how it all works, how's Thomas Frank going to set up? I imagine they'll have plan A, B, and C based on the players they have at West Ham play. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. It'd be nice. It's been a long time since we've had a game here. Then we've got a couple of. We've got Arsenal next week away. So for me, you need to get points on the board this week, because Arsenal is a kind of free hit. I know they haven't got necessarily lots of forwards, particularly. Have only 3 at the moment, but they're Arsenal. It's at the Emirates. It'd be interesting to see again how Potter works his magic there, so to speak. And then obviously we're back here. Leicester on the Thursday. Then we've got another top game. It's international break. And then, as Potter's alluded to, the likelihood is we'll probably see Somerville back at that point. And then I'm excited even more, because there's the opportunity for him to play two wing backs in Somerville and Bowen potentially, and that makes me very excited. Um, and I'm excited for this sort of second, third of the season because other teams have got stuff to play for, and we haven't necessarily, apart from sort of league position. So it's going to be fascinating to see how we pick up points. And you never know. Stranger things have happened at sea. You know, with players, you know, on the beach, with people having European competitions, final stages of cup competitions, putting different sides out. We could capitalise on that, and you know, sneak into the top 10, and then anything's possible then based on whoever wins tournaments and stuff like that, and who wins cups in terms of the European places. I think we'll miss out on Europe this year again, which is frustrating because I think we really underestimated last year how the impact of having Europe in terms of our recruitment made things a lot harder. I've no doubt if we was in Europe, we'd have been able to sign Jean-Claire a lot quicker because he wouldn't have to be convinced as much, so to speak. And others as well have probably chosen other clubs because they've been playing in Europe, whereas obviously we weren't. So obviously we're not the wages, but so can everyone else. So yeah, very strange in terms of that. And I really think we underestimated what the pool of Europe does in terms of attracting players, particularly outside of the Premier League, because when they're matching up us against a Brighton or an Aston Villa, or you know, things like Europe matter. You know, wages, we'd probably do all right with wages. Maybe Villa would pay a bit more, but that's because they're in the Champions League, so they've got a bit more money to play with in terms of wage structure. So anyway, peeps, I've got to go back. I'll go in now and do my thing. But as I said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, share, all that good stuff. We'll have the starting 11 show a little bit later on. I'll hope to be around the grounds afterwards. Hopefully after a victory. Try to get people's opinions. So if you see me, come over and say hello. I'll have my camera like this. I'll have my little mic so I can we'll have a quick chat as we're walking back. And good luck to all the people getting here today. Elizabeth Lines is on rail replacement. Car Park B in Westfield is closed as well. So it's only Car Park A. I was very lucky. Literally drove into a space on Car Park A level 2, whatever it is. So bit of luck there. But anyway, take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and I'll see you guys later. Much love. Bye bye.